What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my next episode of Joe Winko Talk. So, this is going to be a pretty serious episode of Joe Winko Talk. It's about something that's really important that I think that everyone should know about. So, as you guys are all aware, right now the whole entire world is in the middle of a pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic, and people are dying of this virus every day, and there's thousands of new cases being reported worldwide every single day. Fortunately, people are able to get tested for this virus. It's not nearly as limited as it was earlier. The testing isn't nearly as limited. However, it's very difficult for some people to get tested for coronavirus. All the places that I read about online, in order to get tested, you have to have a car and do drive-through testing. Every single place that I read about doesn't accept walk-in tests at all. They only test you if you're sitting in a car, and they won't test you if you ride your bike to the place or if you walk to the place to get tested. The sad thing is, most of the people who are most likely to get infected with coronavirus are the people who can't afford cars and are the people who can't drive to the testing facilities. And they're the ones who are most likely to get affected with coronavirus. However, they're not able to get tested. The tests that they're actually doing to determine if people have coronavirus are known as PCR testing when they swab a person's nose. Most of the time, these tests cannot be done at home. However, there are some places that offer at-home coronavirus testing that you can order online and then send it in. However, there's a huge catch to it. The tests that you order online, a lot of times they're really expensive and people can't afford them, but luckily they can be covered by insurance. But they're not small enough to put in your mailbox and send back to the labs to do testing on. So in order to send it back, let's say I ordered a at-home coronavirus test and I done it on myself, swabbed my nose. In order to send it back, I would have to go to the post office and have them mail it. And I honestly think that's a really bad idea, having a whole bunch of people testing themselves for coronavirus and then having them all go to the same place, the post office, when this disease is highly contagious and can spread at alarming rates, as it is right now. Luckily, however, one doctor named Dr. Mina has came up with a coronavirus test that gives rapid results that can be done at home. But the main problem is the FDA isn't approving of this test at all. The reason why is because this rapid test takes longer to detect coronavirus than the PCR test. And what I mean by that is a person has to have the virus for a bit of a longer amount of time before it shows up on this rapid test. However, the test can detect whether a person has coronavirus right before they're contagious. And plus, since this is a simple at-home test, it can be done many times. Also, these tests are really cheap. It would be really nice if they could get this test approved and send it out to everyone, so you could do multiple tests on yourself every single day to be sure if you have coronavirus or if you don't have coronavirus. But the problem is the FDA isn't approving it. However, there is a way that we can all work together to make sure the FDA and the states and the governors actually approve of this test. I'll have a link to this in the pinned comments. It's instructions on how you can contact your governor and send a message to your state governor to approve of this test to help authorize rapid testing in your own state. I already done it and it's very easy. The instructions are on the site that I'll link in the pinned comments. Basically, what I'm asking everyone to do is to follow the instructions on the site where you can contact your governor of your state so they can approve of the coronavirus rapid testing. because it is something that's really important. If this was released, we would be able to tell who has coronavirus right away, and they'd be able to quarantine and isolate right away, instead of having to get in a car and drive to a testing site and wait days or even weeks for their results to come back. That's a major issue, because with the contact tracing, when the results take that long to come back, the contact tracing doesn't do any good because too much time has passed. This is a really serious issue that everyone needs to pay attention to and take action on right away. So that's why I wanted to do this episode of Joe Winko Talk, and that's why I wanted to talk about this. I'll have a link in the pinned comments of Dr. Mina discussing the rapid coronavirus test, so you guys can learn more about it. They do a much better job of explaining it than I do, but I just wanted to post this video to help get it more attention so more people are aware of it, because we seriously do need easier ways for people to get tested, because so far the only way you can get tested is if you have a car. Yeah, there might be some places that accept walk-in testings, but there's very few though, especially in Pinellas County, Florida, exactly where I live. Even for the few locations that do offer walk-in testing, most of them are too far away from a person's house. So if a person thinks they have coronavirus, how are they going to get there? They're going to get on a bus full of people and go there and expose a whole bunch of people if they think they're sick? That's not good at all. So we definitely need an easy and cheap way for people to get tested. We need at-home testing. Not an at-home test that you do and have to walk to a post office to mail it in where other people have been, but a test that you can do at home, which is why this is really important. So please help out. Please help get this approved. There are instructions on the link in the pinned comments. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and you will be able to find them. So please do that. So that's it for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. I hope you all help get these rapid coronavirus tests approved. Anyone can do it. Anyone with a cell phone. It's really easy. And basically what it does is it sends a letter to the governor letting them know that we need to approve these rapid coronavirus tests. And we absolutely do, to help put an end to this horrible pandemic. So please make sure to do that. So that's it for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And do not forget to text RAPID GOV to number 50409 to help authorize the rapid coronavirus testing to help put an end to this pandemic. So that's it for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. Make sure to stay safe. Peace out, people.